Hey, hey, hey. This is your recap Auntie. Hey, y'all. Hey, this is Shar. Welcome to my channel. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are here to do a full recap of episode number 143 of Beyond the Gates. Yes, we are, honey. Welcome. I'm hoping that you had a wonderful week. I did. I'm so happy that we made it, honey. We made it through a full week of this wonderful show. So let's go ahead and get ourselves set down and get started. Let's go ahead and knock on this damn gate so they can let us in and entertain us so we can know what the fuck's going on. All right. All right. You ready? I sure as am hell ready. And I will start recapping in five, four, three, two. So we are at, it's nighttime and we are at Bill and Haley's house. And so Haley is asking Bill, I mean, are you absolutely certain that you are not like a little bit disappointed? Not even in the least bit? Where is she from? Because she sometimes lets this country accent comes out. Anyway, she's making sure that he's not disappointed about the fact that she can't pop out no baby, honey. Bill don't give a fuck. He says, disappointed. Baby, look, please. Look, we are still fresh in the marriage game, right? I mean, we got plenty of time to build our family. And she's like, oh, well, I was terrified that mm, um after a second fail go at it, like that you would look at me like defective. Whatever Danny called her on yesterday's episode, this girl is that the beautiful swan, but her fins are flapping, 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 flapping because she's trying to do whatever she can to keep that big daddy baby girl energy between them because she knows that he's putty in her hands when she act like that, real helpless. He says, baby, are you out of your mind? Look, I chose you, not your biology. And she looking at out, her back is turned toward him. And she's like, this nigga. I mean, just have fun trying, girl. He turns her around and says, besides, one day soon, all of our princes and princesses will all be able to claim you. But for right now, I get to have you all to myself. She's like, all this royalty talk has me feeling some kind of way. What way is that? He says. That maybe we should get in more baby making practice. Okay, and they grab each other and they just don't. Mm, It's just so uncomfortable to watch. It is. I cuss like a sailor, but when it comes to some uh scenes, I just have to put my hands over my eyes. That is one thing in my acting career that I have not done. Kiss. I have not done a scene kiss in a play. I've been acting for 15 years and I never did a scene kiss. So when I'm looking at these scenes and hear all the ooh, ah, it just makes me feel so uncomfortable. But if given the right coin, oh yeah, I'm gonna do it, honey. I'm gonna do it. Honey, we are back with Naomi and Jacob. So we looking at the little, pee stick. So he was like, you pregnant? Are you sure? She all sad and shit, talking about, well, unless the test is faulty. He ain't saying nothing because he in shock. I mean, she was like, nigga, you ain't gonna say shit? Naomi Hamilton Hawthorne? Girl, you just made me the happiest man alive. He pulls her in tight. Come here, girl. Oh, and she looking like shit. And then the bop, boom, boom. Back at the little palace, aka Danny's house. Andre's looking at Danielle. Danny, see, he was like, okay, so you were saying, keep talking. I mean, your conversation with Bill. I'm still here. You know what, husband? There are about a half a dozen things I can think of that right now that I would rather be doing than dissecting the ancient history of my trifling ass ex, and not a single one of them involves saying his fucking name. Danny, you starting your marriage off wrong, boo. Why you ain't tell him about that kiss? I'm gonna let this episode play, but I don't like that, Danielle. That's not cool. Come on now, girl. You starting off the relationship really wrong. But at the same time, Andre saw Ashley earlier, and he never told her, Danny, about what he saw. So they're not completely honest with each other like they want us to believe, or at least me. As of right now, she says, this space right here is a Bill Hamilton free zone. So Andre ain't dumb. He said, is that right? She said, He says, now I'm fucking curious. She's like, about what? About these half a dozen things that you're supposedly pressed to do. So they go back and forth. He was like, tell me what it is. She's like, no, no, no. He's like, come on now, woman, please. I mean, it's a little bit out there. He was like, look, woman, please. In all of my worlds of travels, honey, there's very little that I haven't done or seen. So come on, tell me. I mean, I consider myself as being an ambitious lover. So come on, baby. Do your worst. And she's like, I mean, in that case. She takes off her shoes and puts her feet in his lap. Now we back at the hole in the wall. We have Donnell, Vanessa, and Joey. So Donnell asks again, you two know each other? Oh, well, your mother and I are business partners. We invested in several high potential real estate projects in the Petworth area. That's what Joey said. Donnell says, Mama, I didn't know that you were expanding and from real estate into investing. I mean, well, honey, you're always so busy. See how she flipped back? All that moaning and mourning that she was doing earlier, she's still right there in her son's face and just being so, I don't know, Vanessa girl. I mean, with you studying abroad and all those frat parties that you're always posting about, honey, I didn't think that you wanted to be be bored with all of the details of my business. Joey says, it's a relatively new turn of events, son. Donnell said, nigga, I ain't your son. Poor choice of words, Joey says. Joey's right. You know how this market moves sometimes, honey. An opportunity arose that was so tempting. I mean, we couldn't resist. Child, we are back at Ashley's box, and she made dinner for her and Derek. Oh, Ash, this chicken Alfredo should be illegal. It's so yummy. We are not going to go through the bullshit because we know Derek ain't telling her shit. We're going to watch it. If anything pops, I'll talk. If not, next. All right. So she just talks about, girl, it's just a simple meal. It's like, yeah, well, I used to have this all the time at the station. Oh, you really enjoy being there, right? Well, I would take this life over them any day, except for this supporting character which is the chair. She's like, oh, it's just a little thing. You'll be all right. Anyway, she gets a text on her phone. I guess it's news gossip, and it has, will former supermodel Danny Dupree stay married to sexy photographer Andre Richardson? Of course. How often do we see Ashley read gossip on her phone? Child. So she presses the damn picture, and we see the same picture that was shown yesterday from France of them kissing and celebrating. So Derek is looking at her like, Ash, are you okay? So she looks at it. So she didn't never tell him about Andre being married. Let's see if she's gonna hide this again. So, honey, we get to the next scene with Danny. And she's like, oh my gosh, yes, don't stop. Wait a minute, girl. Child. He was rubbing her feet. She's like, they shall lock you up for what you can do with those damn hands, honey. She did all of that, girl. Danny, beyond the gauge, y'all know, well, y'all already have Vanessa doing that same moaning almost a week ago. So, God, doggy, y'all. He talking about ancient Chinese reflexology. She's like, I mean, it's like you're rewiring my nervous system, boo. So he picked up this technique with rubbing on feet from Yunnan and province, whatever that means. They couldn't match his rate for his photography, so he told them to teach him how to do this instead. So they let him do school so he can know how to rub on women all day and night. So she has a sore on her foot, and I guess it's from when she was pregnant with Chelsea and she stepped on one of Naomi's building blocks. Have any if any of y'all are parents out there, how many of y'all stepped on y'all children's toy? I have. Well, my son, he used to like build things. He used to be great. And I would step on his shit, or it'd be something, or he have like a little toy wrestling person, step on that. It was just it's a danger zone when you have a young child and they got them small ass little toys. Crayons, honey, pencils, everything. So she just, talking about that after that happened, Bill bandaged it up for her, and he actually after she had Chelsea, he gave her a massage. East was it Chelsea? Yeah, after she had Chelsea, after she gave birth to her, he gave her a massage each and every day. And made Naomi make sure that she kept her toys away so that her mommy won't be getting hurt again. So he was like, Bill, huh? She's like, yes. So he says, well, so a foot rub was you guys' special thing, huh? He wiping his hands. He's like, no, that ain't gonna be ours. He said that must have been some talk at the office. She was like, I don't know what you're getting at. Ooh. He said, Danny, now come on. We did say that we were going to be 100 with each other, right? It's what makes this unconventional situation work, girl. when conventional wisdom says it shouldn't. So don't sit here and lie to me, girl. Okay. Things got a little charged. How charged, he said. He says, thunderstorm or full out damn lightning strike. Oh, no property damage, she says, but I did walk in and found him studying our marriage certificate like it was evidence in a capital case. He offered to handle our annulment pro bono. Andre was like, it looks like to me he's having so much more trouble letting you go as you are of letting him go. Okay, here we go again with Bill and Haley. Now that bra in the back is noise. That it has like corset straps on the back. That bra is cute. Please don't let us see them go, but so far, I'm gonna see what happens. Ugh. Child, so she's sitting on top of him like she a little doll baby. So she's unbuttoning his top, and so he wanders off, baby. He thinks about remember on episode number 2, I think, or 3. Danny swiped off every fucking thing off of his desk and with that damn baseball bat. He thinking about that. You sorry son of a bitch, she called him. He shook his head, got back out of it. Present day. Oh yeah, baby, yeah. Everything that Danny has done this season, I object, she says, and that's when she got up with the pow pow. He's thinking about that, and then he flashbacks to present. Remember when he told her the other day, "You are a walking, talking toxic storm. You are one incredibly beautiful woman." He can't even focus on his wife. That's why I told you he don't live that. He don't love that girl. He only wants Danny because Danny has moved on. That's why Haley figured it out. She was trying to put the moves on Tomas, honey. No, that's the wrong person. So he threw Haley off of him present day. Wait. He actually wiped his mouth from her kisses. Ooh, that's not a good sign. What just happened? She says, did I do something wrong? That wig, honey. That wig is definitely wrong. He ain't say nothing. She was like, Bill, no, baby. Look, nothing's wrong. I just got a lot on my mind while he straightens up his shirt. His shirt is all twisted up and stuff. It's just the Simmons case is due tomorrow, and I just haven't had time to review the draft. It's. Wait. Since when did paperwork interrupt us? You've covered multi-million dollar settlements with less preparation. Talking about he got an early conference call with Wynn about the pharma case. So it's just, she's like, wait. The Simmons case, honey, was filed yesterday. See, that's the downfall of her ass working in his office because she knows every fucking thing. I know, she says, because I delivered that shit myself to the courthouse. And your ass don't have no call with no motherfucking win until next week. I've seen your damn calendar. Look, Haley, I don't appreciate being cross-examined in my own fucking house. Look, I am not one of your junior associates that you could just push around, Bill. And I don't appreciate being lied to. Back at the hole in the wall, Vanessa tries to sweet talk Donnell. Why don't we go home and I'll make you that braised short rib that you love so much, baby? Joey talking about, well, that sounds delicious, but I do have an idea. Okay, let me press pause. The dealer and the bartender, they're two different people, right? I always remember the dealer at the table, but I don't remember the dealer was the one that gave um Dougie that drink. It was a bartender, but I never paid attention who to it was. Now in this scene, present tense, there was a lady who just fixed the bar and she walked back out. And I think I've seen her. She's done a lot of cross castings on this show. But those are, I think there were two different people. Y'all let me know. Y'all let me know below if I'm wrong or right. Well, anyway, Joey talking about he got this idea. How about first a drink? He says. Vanessa was like, nigga, don't you think that's kind of inappropriate considering the circumstances? I mean, it's just one drink. I mean, something to take the edge off. Really? More and more. That's why I want him to leave because he's so insensitive. He's so insensitive about this man's death. You want to do a drink? He's so insensitive. He has to get gone by next season. He was like, I mean, he was like, Donnell was like, well, I was holding out for our first drink together. So she's like, yeah, with your father? He said, yeah, we had it all planned out. He was going to try to do it when he came back home for the summer break. He was going to pour 2 glasses of scotch and then tell him all this profound, amazing wisdom that he always used to share with them that he would never forget. I guess that'll be an experience I'll never have now. Joey was like, have a seat, boy. Pour this boy a drink. Pour this man a scotch. Vanessa, look, hey, make it two. So she pours the scotch. The female bartender. Hey girl, you gotta have a part on here. Hey girl. Joey does a toast to Doug McBride, to a man who raised a pretty insightful son. Donnell says, to my father. And the way that Joey is looking at him, I don't know. He says, earlier when I told you about my mom, about this watch, that she had it engraved for my father. He was like, yeah, I remember, Joey says. He said, well, you ain't even blink. So tell me why you didn't mention that you knew my mom. Donnell is very, very attentive. Just because you give him a little shot of whiskey, that boy ain't dumb. Back at what's Jacob last name? Child, I can't remember. Hawthorne house. He said, "This is wow, Naomi. We're actually having a baby." Okay, all right. He's so excited. Oh, Jacob, we gotta child-proof this place. No. Wait. We gotta level up. Jacob, she says. He said, "Look, feel my crest. Look, I know that you moved to D.C. to get out of your parents' pocket." Oh, I thought they lived in Fairmont Crest, so they live outside. Oh, the schools are better there, he says, and our little one deserves the best. Jacob, slow the fuck down, she said. I'm sorry, baby. I'm just going on and on when you're not feeling well. He touches her stomach and says, do you have to go to the doctor? She moves his hand. She says, I'm fine. I'm just nauseous. Okay, well, you got to go to the gyno ASAP. We just got to make sure that our little guy is going to be okay. Or the little girl. He is so excited. She's like tensing up and squeezing, and she don't want him to touch her like that at all. I'm like, girl, y'all had tied in the bed with y'all. Y'all was always touching on each other. Now you don't want him to touch you now that you got a baby with y'all. How you gonna treat that baby worse than you do tied? Girl. Look, I don't know what we're having, but as long as we have a healthy baby. Oh my God, Jacob, would you just please stop? Shit. What's wrong? Are you not excited about the baby? This is not good for them. Don't tell me y'all been married and y'all were not on the same page when it came to children. Not good. Not good at all. Back at the small palace, Danny makes it clear to Andre that I've never let it be a secret that I have lingering feelings for Bill. Okay? Andre was like, I mean, we both came into this situation with both eyes open. I mean, I know you like Bill. And you love Ashley, Danny says. Sweet, safe, simple Ashley. She says the human equivalent of unseasoned chicken. Well, that's what we say over here. He was like, okay, now are we really going to do this shit? We already talked about how much unseasoned chicken she is, so that ain't nothing new. Tell me, Danny says, does she make you use hand sanitizer before you put hands on her or touch her? She's like, does she smell like hospital disinfectant? He was like, look, Danny, you tripping now. No, we're not doing this. We ain't doing this. No, I mean, what? What's wrong? I mean, I thought that we was trying to keep it 100, but I can't help but have this feeling that you keep counting down the days until Mother Teresa in Scrubs realizes that her ass made a mistake when she chose the firefighter. And he is. He counting the days. They both, well, he is. He definitely is. She was like, okay. He said, I do, still carry a torch for Ashley. She was like, okay. So he was like, well, that leads me to my question. Why the fuck are we still married then? We back at Ashley's box. And so he was like, everything cool, baby? Of course. Why wouldn't it be? He says, it seems that something on your phone has spooked you. So again, we know if she tells him, I'll come back on here. If not, then if she don't, y'all know I'm gonna skip to the next scene because I ain't got time to be fooling with Derek and Ashley. Really don't. And of course, she lied, talking about that Shanice wanted her to come in because the ER is short staffed. And he talking about, well, doesn't she know that we just got engaged? Child. So she made him some simple parfaits. I think because she said she was gonna try something on him that she think that he might like. So he thought they was gonna fuck. But she made him some parfaits from the refrigerator. Just the way you like. Extra berries. He was like, yeah, just don't drop it on the floor, Derek. You know she gon' catch a bitch fit. See, he said he was thinking about something more indulgent. Anyway, we're back with Haley and Bill. I mean, what's really going on? One minute you're kissing me, waxing poetic about how much you love me. Like all that nagging will get on any man's nerves. And I'm a woman and it's getting on my fucking nerves. And then suddenly, like when like a light switch flipped. I mean, you couldn't get away from me fast enough. Yes, I'm not a nagger either, so that would get on my fucking nerve. He says that's ridiculous. Was it? Or was your mind on your ex-wife and her brand new marriage? Oh, this again, he says. Yes, Bill. She has to look up to him like she has to stretch her neck to look all the way up to him. She said, look, we were about to make love. It didn't feel the same. Something's haunting you. And if Danny isn't the problem, I want to know what is. Back at the Hawthorne house, and so Naomi is telling Jacob, look, don't look at me with those puppy dog eyes. Oh, ain't that something how the best friend Haley wants a baby and Naomi ex-best friend doesn't want it? Ain't that something? That's interesting. Look, I'm just trying to read the room, baby. This is big news. Yeah, big unwanted news. Damn, girl. Oh, well, there we go. She said, we've had this conversation 1,000 times. Your ass knew I didn't want kids, but honey, he couldn't, and he couldn't make these kids alone. So what happened? I mean, shit. Shit. What happened, Naomi? Why are you fussing at him about something y'all did together? She's a little bit stupid. Let me see what she's gonna say, because you're a lawyer, girl. What you just said was real dumb. I hear you, he says, but maybe I thought that now that you're actually pregnant, that you would what? I would suddenly feel my biological clock ticking. I'm a lawyer, Jacob, not some birthing machine who loses her sense of self. Ooh, her mother had a ditto job on her, didn't she? She don't want to be a mama just because she thinks that probably after she has child that she can't be a lawyer anymore because of what Danny did with her career. Girl, no, y'all are two different people. These are two different times, girl. He says, I get it, all right? This is a shock. He says a shock. She said a shock. Now I love that satin short set that she has on. It's cute. But my body will sweat all through that. I cannot wear satin, whether it's a dress, whether it's pants, whether it's a top. I cannot wear damn satin. She says this is a whole fucking earthquake, and I don't even honestly know how this happened. Girl, y'all was fucking. That's how it happened. That nasty ass Jacob Timon licked the lips, baby. Moved up to her like, ha, I think I know how. Yeah, y'all was fucking. We're back at the hole in the wall. Joey is talking to Donnell. Like, you're right, Donnell. Yeah, I should have told you about your mammy, that I knew her. Donnell was like, but you didn't because, and so Joey was like, well, you was already upset that your father was here that night, so, and I just didn't think it was the right time. Oh, baby, please don't blame Joey for what happened to your father. If he hadn't been here, he would have been at some other bar or someplace else where he could have bought into a poker game. Donnell was like, wait a minute, the man who put himself through medical school gambled away the watch that you gave him because he didn't think that they had anything left. That's why. He says, just make it make sense. As awful as I know that this is hard to accept, baby, there's nothing any of us could have done to prevent it. I mean, you're right, Mom. It's not like somebody put him in that car. So his Donnell's phone starts to chirping, so he pulls it out and Vanessa was like, oh, is that Tina, the pre-med girl? He was like, wait a minute, you mean Tabitha? He was like, Mama, that was last month, honey. Keep up. He was like, no, it's my frat brother, Rehoba. Okay, Rehoba. Y'all better use these black names, Rehoba. Is it a black name or maybe more juice? I don't know. Oh. So it was Rehoba was black. He's like, I got something to show you, bro, from the chapter. So we see Doug taking pictures with Donnell and they sending him something from the chapter. Oh, how sweet. See, Joey is like, so Vanessa is reading the condolences on the paper that the frat brothers did, and he's listening. Joey is listening. He's realizing that I fucked up. This man was just not in my way. This man was the way. He was like Jesus, the way, the truth, and the light. I'm just kidding. But this man impacted a lot of people, and he had kids. So I think Joey is like taking this shit in, like, damn, I had no idea. No, you didn't. Yeah, Joey's looking like, damn. So Rehoboth was like, yeah, man, the chapter wanted to give you respects, bro. We love you, bro. Back at Ashley's box, she's sitting on his lap kissing. I hope that she feels something from that. This him sitting on her lap, on his lap. I hope that she feels something. Oh, I hope he like, oh girl, you sitting too long, too heavy. She's kissing him and everything. Like I said, this is gonna be a short video because I'm not gonna be going through this bullshit with Ashley and Derek. So he wants to take it over to the bed. I mean, look, we have all the time in the world. I just don't want you to put yourself too hard. Look, honey, this chair doesn't change how I feel about you, baby. So Vanessa reminisces. Well, we're back at the hole in the wall. So, the frat brothers are gonna roll deep at Doug's funeral, and so they know Rehoboth noticed how smooth and clean Doug's watch was that he was wearing. So Vanessa just goes over the story about she remembers when she gave Doug that watch. They were having some troubles reconnecting, and so with his schedule they was having some issues. So she gave it to him on their 10th anniversary, and all the years that she's known him, that was the first time that Doug was speechless. So he says we got to thank Joy for that. If it wasn't for him pressing on that shady dealer of his, then we might have never seen this watch again. Yeah, well, it's the least I could do, Joey says. So we back at the Hawthorne house, and so Jacob was like, "Wait a minute, what you mean? How this happened? Let me see. A strong black king and his sexy, beautiful black queen make love." Are you seriously about to explain the birds and bees to me right now? Naomi says. I'm just trying to lighten the mood. Well, you knew what the fuck I meant. And this isn't funny. Gosh, I'm usually so careful with my birth control. But between work and Ashley, Derek drama, and Chelsea's kidnapping, I must have forgotten to take my pills. I was barely eating, barely sleeping. I was just trying to keep it together while my sister was God knows where. So he tells her, look, you don't have to drop your career because of this, boo. That brilliant legal mind isn't going anywhere. And you have me all day, every day, girl. Together we'll work this out. No, nigga, it's different, she says. It's different for women. You get to be a fucking big time detective with a fucking baby at home, and they'll call you a family man. Me? They'll question why I don't have my priorities straight. They'll whisper and judge and wonder why I am not at home raising my child. You don't know that. Yes, I do. Look, baby, there are plenty female lawyers with families who still fuck it up in the courtroom. I don't want to be another lawyer, she says. I want to be great. I want to change laws, set precedents, fix this crazy, messed up world, girl. Roll up your sleeves, honey. Roll up your sleeves. And a baby is not part of that plan, she says. My pops always said that there are no accidents in life, he said. What is that supposed to mean, she says? If the stars converge to disrupt our best laid plan, maybe it's time to make a new plan. Back at the little palace, Danny's place. And so he was like, look, if we both have feelings for other people, Andre says, then maybe we should put a pause on this marriage situation. I'm just saying. Danny was like, I thought that we were both clear on what this is. I mean, we were just having fun, right? And don't be acting like you haven't thoroughly enjoyed all of this. He says, fun for us, yeah, but straight up torture for everybody else. I mean, who gives a fuck about what they think? She says, it wasn't you the one who was giving me grief over worrying about Nicole knowing that we were fucking each other? He says, yeah, when we were harmlessly fooling around. But the stakes right now, they're very different, Danny. A flimsy sheet of paper with our names on it doesn't change a damn thing. Don't get me wrong, it wasn't exactly a dead at the spa getting shaken down by my mammy. Everyone thinks that this marriage is a big drunken mistake, so while she's talking, she's over there going to her bar, looking in her bottles to see what she can, of course, drink. Andre was like, look, honey, you might be used to everybody being up all in your business, but I ain't. He said Ted and Nicole are all he has, and he hate to lose either of them over this. Wow. Especially if the rest of you Duprees start treating me like I'm the villain in your story, the same way that they do Bill. I need you to talk to me. We're back at Bill and Haley's. He was like, look, girl, what is there left to talk about, girl? You seem to have every damn thing figured out. According to your ass, you still think I'm thinking about Danny. That's what you think. Okay, is that your professional diagnosis? I mean, okay, that isn't fair. I'm just trying to understand what happened between us. You know what? What ain't fair? What isn't fair is me trying to be on the defensive constantly in my own fucking house. Every damn conversation we have in this house ends up circling the back around to her. I mean, this is my house too. Have you forgotten? We're married? He said, yes, it is. It is. And I bought this shit for you in the most expensive and exclusive gated community in the DMV. I just saw that damn Diddy got sentenced for 4 years. Damn. Pew-wee. It doesn't pay to do dirty, Diddy. Damn. He says, but instead of your ass being grateful and enjoying this shit, the things that I done for you, you interrogate me 24/7 about my ex-wife. Yeah, that's because you won't stop obsessing over her. No, it's you obsessing, girl. So much so that you can't even make love to me. Fuck me. Your wife, the woman who's supposed to be the center of your world, Bill. He's like, oh, look, okay, look, what? He put his glass down on the table. Look, what? That's what you think, that I'm not attracted to you anymore? Like them tears that she's doing right now ain't moving his ass at all. 4 or 5 months ago, yeah, but now, no, he's not moved. All of that shit that Danny said, that was a seed there. Now he's gonna be paying more attention to all of that shit. Hopefully, Naomi will. Is it Naomi? Naomi will mention to him that Haley never had an ultrasound. Eventually, that shit will come out. Hopefully, is it Naomi? We know that Ashley and Naomi did have a conversation about that. What else am I supposed to think, huh? I'm not fighting for your love, Bill. And I'm fighting for space in your damn head and losing to a woman who isn't even in this house. I'm like, damn. Whew, I'm tired yelling like that. Oh my God. Okay, what? Is that what you want? You want my attention? Okay. He picks her up like he's some fucking caveman. He literally threw her over his shoulder. Shit, he been to fuck the shit out of her. He said, "She look, what are you doing?" I'm taking my wife upstairs and I'm gonna prove to her ass how how wrong she is about how much I want her. He been fucked the shit out of her. She's like, "What, Bill?" I don't think that was planned. I don't think that was on the script. I don't think that was scripted. She was laughing. Back at the Hawthorne house, Naomi. So random chaos is our strategy now? Okay, cool. You said it yourself. You are meticulous about every damn thing, including your birth control. Color coded calendars, the whole 9 yards. Because I was falling apart, Jacob. When Chelsea disappeared, baby, I was falling apart. This is not some damn phenomenon. It's a curveball. You don't mean that, he says. I meant that shit before we got married, and I mean that shit now. I mean, you were with me on that. With how dangerous your damn job is, we agreed to not have kids. Yes, I remember. But maybe, just maybe, there's a version of you in the future who will want kids. You are not listening to me, she says. My work gives me purpose the way a baby wouldn't. Wow. And I'm all too familiar about what it's like growing up with a mother who's grieving her old life. Wow. Oh, come on, he says. I never once heard Danny complain or gripe about the fact or that she regrets having you or your sister. No, I don't think she does. It's just, look, there's definitely some unresolved feelings there, she said. I saw it in her eyes when she'd look at old magazine covers. It had nothing to do with the girls. It was more so Bill, giving up her life for Bill. I don't think it had anything to do with the girls. But a lot of women do that. I put a lot of things on hold for my kids. I was a stay-at-home mom. Any other stay-at-home moms out there or parents? There are some stay-at-home dads. Please put it in the comments. But yes, I stayed at home until my daughter was, and most times if I worked, it was from home, but I did stay at home a lot until my daughter was in high school, freshman year of high school. She's about to go to college, and I wanted to make sure that I had money to help with her tuition if she needed it. So, but I was still like in and out of the home, and I still didn't feel comfortable. But yeah, and I've always worked from home. You know, that's my comfort zone. Even when it wasn't popular to work from home, I've always worked from home. I don't like going into offices because you know why, y'all? Let's press pause for a little bit. When I did go out of the home and I worked, ran into like a couple of my college mates, and we're all close friends now. But I couldn't sit at my desk without people just wanting to have a good time at my desk. It no matter where I went after I became a mom and I started becoming involving into who I am now, people would just come and sit at my desk and have a ball. And guess who got in trouble? My ass. It would be my supervisor or my team lead get on me because people would come to my desk. They used to call me the mother hen. You know how you have the mother hen who sits and all the baby chicks come to them? That's what they used to call me. the mother hen. And I'm like, I'm just sitting there trying to do my work. People would come and swing my chair. People would, you see, I talk shit. I talk shit back then. It's even worse now. I keep you coming back for more. Y'all be ready to see what I'm going to say. I've always been like that. So that's why I do not like working in outside, because it's a party with me. And I'm trying to do my work and do what's right, and not try to be a distraction. And those, they be finish their work, honey. They go through their stuff, finish their cases. I was a case manager for life insurance. Finish their cases. They all caught up. Me, I'm still trying to, look through my cases, still behind. Got to follow-ups that are lingering from the previous day, because everybody wants to come over to my desk and have a good time and laugh. And I'm like, yo, y'all get me in trouble. So that's why I like working from home. I don't like to work outside of the office, because people, they finish their shit. Me, I don't know how to be like, yo, I have to finish my work. I mean, now I do, if I had a chance to do it, but I ain't trying to do it. I ain't never trying to go back into nobody's office. No, that's not me. But that's why I can't do it. So, but yeah, there are a lot of women who work outside of the home and work from home, and they can balance it. But Danny's looking at these old magazines didn't have anything to do with the girls. It was more so her giving her life up for Bill, not for the, well, it might have been a combination of both. Ladies, do you feel that your dreams that you're living, and men, again, I don't want to exclude the men, but my audience is more women, especially in the 60s and up. Do you think that you gave up your dreams of whatever you chose that you wanted to be in life, to make sure that your kids were taken care of? Like, I put my acting on hold until my kids were old enough. And then, I decided to do it. That's why I started acting at age 40. I sang all through college, all through high school. And somebody said, well, girl, if you can sing, you can act. That's not necessarily true, because I know some fantastic singers who are shitty actresses. So, and vice versa. But when it comes to that, they put the seed in me and told me that, girl, there's some auditions out there. You should go ahead and try for it. And I ain't know nobody back then. And that was my start. I started at age 40. And so I always tell people, it's never too late to dream. It's never too late. So that's what I decided to do. So yeah, I didn't start acting until I was 40. Next year will be 15 years. And I'm so happy that I did it, because it's part of who I am. My daughter, she's a teacher, but she's a great artiste. My son, he's going to be an engineer, but he knows how to make do cars, and he's really great with his hands. So everybody should be able to have a hobby that you like to do outside of work, outside of your family. So if you don't mind sharing, what do you do? What do you like to collect? What are you good at on the side? Like, was it doing hair? Is it doing nails? Is it cooking? Is it thrifting? Is it acting? Is it singing? Is it baking? What is it that you like to do outside of everybody else, that nobody can do that shit better than you? Nobody. You were created to do that. What is it? If you don't mind sharing it, put it in the comments below, okay? Naomi continues to say, because Danny Dupree wasn't just a model. She was the supermodel. Honey, black girl magic personified before it even had a damn name. And she gave that shit up for us. She tells him that she don't want to be that damn selfless. Wow. I think that Jacob gonna have to go talk to his mom-in-law so she can convince Naomi to keep that baby. Yeah, they're gonna have a long talk, and Danny's gonna have to convince Naomi, girl, it ain't had nothing to do with you. It's Bill. I was proud to be a mother. That's why she made Chelsea into a model. She was able to live her dreams through her daughter. Anyway, we're back at the small palace. So Andre says, so you're not having second thoughts? Surprisingly, no, she says. She's like, I like you, Andre. I always have. Even when you were my sister's too handsome for his own good nephew. Wow. Danny? Okay, what that mean? You weren't looking at him when I ain't even gonna put that out there. She said, too handsome for his own good nephew. Wow. Anyway, she continues on and says, this union of ours feels freeing. He was like, yeah, I like you too. And believe me, being your husband definitely has his perks as he rubs through her hair and, trying to flirt with her. Hmm. He was almost finna touch her ass. And she's like, all right now, slow your roll, cowboy. But I do think that we need to lay some ground rules. He's like, oh, so we got rules now, huh? Oh, okay. Look, what is we talking? She was like, rules like my second marriage doesn't end up like my first. All right. So we're back at Ashley's box, and Derek is in the bed, showing his best assets, which is his chest. Like, Derek has a body now. We all can agree. He might get on our nerves, but he's a good looking man. He really is. He is definitely I'm not into white guys like that, but he is definitely handsome and he's thick. So I guess he's waiting there for her to come out the bathroom. He asks her what the fuck she doing in the bathroom. The suspense is killing me, he says. So she comes out with a cute little nightie. It's like a lot of the women on here wear a lot of lace, like Haley and even Naomi, and Dan. Everybody wears a lot of lace. Of course, you can't show but so much on TV. It's cute what she has on. I really love that robe. I have to look to see where she got that from, if they list it as what they wore on TV. It's like a navy blue lace. It's cute. How do I look? She says. He says, "You always look beautiful." Oh. So she was like, "Well, getting you into this bed was easier than I thought." He says, "Well, Shanisa has been working me, real good with my PT, with my upper body strength, but nothing works a muscle like this than having the prospect of holding and fucking the woman that you love in this bed." Whatever, y'all, next. She asks him, is he ready for this? I'm wondering how this is going to work. Is he going to blow her back out? Or is he gonna blow his own ego? And it ain't nothing gonna work. I am looking forward to seeing how this is gonna work. All right, we're back at Bill's house. So they back, honey. I guess he back from handling and showing her exactly that he loves her. So he's like, "Look, that's it. I got to do some work." So he come back in the living room with the t-shirt and some sweats, and so she comes in there with a red robe. I'm thinking that red is her color. There has to be a reason because he carried her out in a red jumpsuit. Now she's back in a red robe. I think that's a red robe. I mean, why don't you listen? She says. Yeah, it's a cute little red and purple robe. It has purple trim. He says, "You know what, bitch? Do you think insulting me is effective foreplay? Is that what you think? We just finished fucking. I mean, you're the one that swept me off my feet like some caveman, trying to prove that Danny is not in your damn head. He did. He sure did. And all you did was confirm what I already knew. Wait a minute. Did I really just agreed with Haley? Girl, y'all pray for Auntie." He says, "Bitch, you better choose your next words that you get ready to say out of that mouth with extreme care, Haley. Look, you're not the only one in this relationship, and I just can't turn it on when I know who's in your head." So I'm assuming that they didn't. What happened earlier? Like, look, bitch, yes, it happens, okay? It happens. My dick didn't get hard, right? Excuse my language, y'all. Y'all know my mouth. But it's true. If he couldn't get it up, it's because of her nagging. And again, that damn Danny is in his head. Definitely after that damn kiss. He says on any other day it would have been a passing incident, but you still trying to search for some proof that I'm still caught up on Danny. And now you think you found it. Look, I'm just frustrated. When I tell you this bitch is overacting, her mad is sad. And then I found out that I'm not carrying your child. Look, you and Danny share a connection because you both created two human beings together. If I had a child of our own, we'd have that same unbreakable bond, Bill. Baby, look, how many fucking times do I keep having to tell you this shit? Right? What we have together, what we share, it runs fucking deeper than the DNA, bitch. Now, that's what, if a woman keeps throwing another woman in a man's face, he's she has real estate in his mind and his heart, definitely in that house. Like, Danny don't even live there, but because she keeps bringing up Danny, just like how damn Eva did, keep bringing up Cat. That man, if you just focus on what's there, he's gonna give you what's there. You keep bringing up what he did and who he thinking about and all this other shit. I mean, it's good to prove that you're not stupid, because we don't want you, you ain't dumb. But don't keep talking about her. That's like a form of witchcraft, honey. You keep Danny, 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 hey, Danny, 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 Danny. Guess what you're gonna be thinking about first thing in the morning? Motherfucking Danny. Look, you're just saying that to smooth things over, to make me forget about what happened, or didn't happen here. Ooh, he couldn't get it up, y'all. Damn, Bill, damn. I'm saying it because it's the truth, he says. She says, okay. I mean, if that's the case, maybe you should talk to Dr. Reynolds. Oh my God, he says. What, baby? They have medication for exactly. He stood up like a man. He said, bitch, I don't need no damn pills. He was insulted. I don't think that impetus has anything to do with Bill. It's like you keep nagging him, you keep pushing him away emotionally. If he doesn't want you, it ain't getting up. It is what it is. You have some women who, I think we talked about that a few episodes ago. Of course, like I said, because I have an attraction and everything to my boyfriend, then can't no ain't nobody can't nobody strike this match. No ma'am, no sir, no. But if she keeps bringing Danny up into their relationship, the only person who can strike Bill's match will be fucking Danny. Not literally fucking her, but her as the person. And being a nag, no man likes a nag, honey. Like no woman likes a complaining or lazy ass man. No man likes a nagging, whiny woman. Yeah, that's not cool. He said, I don't need that shit. So what? I had performance anxiety. I have that before every show. So what? Damn, it's a one time thing. Damn. There is no shame in getting help, baby. Look, I am not talking about this shit no more. I'm not. No. So he leaves and she said, where the fuck you going? He said, to clear my damn head, bitch. Shit. Get away from you. And the way she said, oh my God, at the end when he left, she looked like she was more so frustrated about the plans not working, not so frustrated about the fact that she is upset about her not being pregnant. All right, we're back at the hole in the wall. So Joey leaves and he excuses himself. And so Vanessa asks Donnell, what's on your mind, baby? So Donnell just talks about he just has a hard time picturing his father in a place like that. He said he can still remember him in his lectures about fiscal responsibility. Yeah, baby, your pappy changed a whole hell of a lot. A whole hell of a lot. And this was way before he found out about Vanessa and Joey. So yeah, he was going through. But I'm trying to figure out what started him. Do y'all remember what started Dougie gambling? What was it? Was it him talking to Randy or something? Or I can't remember. I'm definitely not reaching back. So if any of y'all can remember what started Dougie into really gambling, let me know. Let me know. So she says, yeah, about the little budget books that he used to keep. He wanted the kids to be better than him. That's what any parent wants, and that's true. I want my son and daughter to be way better than me, of course. And he was like saying, he just still has a hard time because he feels like there were two Doug McBrides. It was definitely was, and he says the man who raised me and the man I barely knew, a man who gambled away his watch and drove drunk. How could they be the same people? So she gets up and hugs her baby boy. So we're back at the Hawthorne house. So Jacob says, baby, I would never ever ask you to give up your career in a million years. That degree that you busted your ass for, the way that you go to war for people who can't even fight for themselves, that's who the fuck you are at the core, he says. She says, honey, Jacob, it's my whole life. And I'm so, so proud of you. And one day our son or our daughter will look at you the same exact way. And just you wait, nigga, until some screaming infant wakes us up at 2 a.m. in the morning for some damn feeding when your ass has been out on a stakeout all fucking night. Whoa. And I'll get up every single time, baby. And it won't just be some kid, it's our kid. Wow. Jacob's eyes is watering, honey. He getting me loose, tears squeezing out. You okay, Jacob? I see you. With your brilliance and my swagger, the physical manifestation of the love that we've built together. Just imagine it, baby. Jacob, stop. Look, just hear me out, okay? Picture this. Saturday mornings with pancakes and cartoons. Teaching our kid how to ride a bike in the park. Watching their face light up on Christmas morning. Honey, you make it sound like a made for TV movie. I'm not saying that it's going to be easy, all right? There are going to be sleepless nights and tantrums, and we won't have all the answers. But there will also be those special moments, Those firsts, watching them take their first steps and say their first words. You hear them say mama for the first time. She says, and what if I let the kid down? She has such a warped view of being a parent. Girl, that's why she doesn't have any there's no empathy for June. I mean, not well, it's for June. That's what I meant to say. The empathy that she has, she didn't even really have that connection with Chelsea. It's more so for strangers. When it comes to family, she feels like she can fight for them and fight them, of course, but fight for them. But I think that's what it is. It's like the actress Ariel is playing the fuck out of this role because she does not have any motherly instincts. She really doesn't. I can see Chelsea being a mother than I can see Naomi. She really does not have any motherly, empathetic, nurturing instincts. It's just not on her. And I don't know if it's something that she's playing in this role on purpose, but it's reading really, really, really well. He continues and says, "Baby, you excel at every fucking thing that you do. What makes this any different?" So we're back at the hole in the wall. So Vanessa tells him, "Look, your father was an addict, okay? But that does not negate how he was there for you, especially through your asthma attacks during wrestling, or the time that he taught you how to tie a double Windsor for the prom. His addiction does not change how much he loved you. Nothing could ever change that in this world or the next." So she gives him a hug, and Joey comes back in. He sees how much Vanessa really that's a side of her that he's never seen. He's seen the bad bitch, let's do this, or I'm excited, the mad side, the passionate side. But now that's a nurturing mother, and he's never seen that. And I think that Joey does feel a little tinge of guilt for what he did of getting rid of Duck. I don't think that he realized the impact of how he affected a whole fucking family, whole damn family. Not just getting him out the way, honey. He wasn't just a piece of trash. He was a man. He was a man. So we're back at the little palace, aka Danny's place. So she sits down on the couch like a little girl. And he was like, "Okay, let's get into it." Andre says, "What are these so called ground rules you got in mind, girl?" "Okay. You and I hold no claim on one another. Once upon a time, I believed in monogamy, but that blew over when Bill threw me over for that nymphet who probably still has her wisdom teeth." Okay, so she doesn't believe in monogamy. So it sounds like they're going to be an polygamous or poly couple. Sounds like it to me. So I think I like this so far. I'm just saying again, y'all. Some people do believe in monogamy. I get that. But it's good that they're being honest. That's the foundation. Being honest. He says, "Okay, so that means that you don't mind us sleeping with other people." She says, "As long as we're honest and safe, and that's what I fucking love." Thank you. Again, I don't think like other people. That don't mean that me and my boo now. But however, there are couples out there that do that shit. And I think that the honesty matters. Again, I ain't been perfect. He wasn't perfect in our previous relationships. But we came to each other and we discussed everything. He knows my shit. I know his. I don't think any other man or any other woman could deal with all of the bullshit that we know about each other. No way. No fucking way. So the honesty and being safe, and I love that they're having a conversation about that. Some people are not as evolved, and I get that. I don't. There's no disrespect to nobody out there, but if you're honest and you're being safe with each other, whatever it just is. Don't argue with me. Argue with somebody else about that. That's how I feel. That's what makes my relationship work. Me and my boyfriend may never get married. We might be in our 90s. We don't know. What we are enjoying is how things are right now. So maybe I'm talking too much, but I don't give a fuck. Y'all don't know who he is anyway. But that's how we move. And it works for us, and it seems to work for Danny and Andre. And there are some real couples out there like that. Don't think that it's just because it's soap operas. There are some real fucking couples that are just like that. They just ain't out there, with a camera in their face telling all your business. But there are a few that are out there. So yeah, you got to do what works for you. So she was like, "Does that work?" He's like, "I got you." She says, "Number two, the second either one of us has had enough of this social experiment. We talk about that shit. No ghosting, no passive aggressive texts or hint. Just straight fucking talk. He was like, well, I mean, I'd never do that to you anyway. So yeah, cool. I got you. I respect you too much, he says. She was like, I love that. And see that she had to learn that shit. She had to learn it. She had to learn that monogamy in the first marriage didn't do her no good. And her sister's marriage, she see how that's fucked up. So I don't blame Danny. Danny, you got to do what you got to do, honey. And I'm like, the Duprees had a nerve. They wanted that stuff annulled because it made them look good. No, she's doing what she needs to do for her. You need to live your life for you. Do it, Danny. She tells him because when it stops being fun between us, I still want us to be friends. He says, well, what if one of us catches feelings? She says, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. I feel that Andre will catch feelings for her. I think she will for him, but she's not going to tell him. But I think he's going to definitely catch feelings for her. Um, yeah, I feel like he will. Especially if she's out there with somebody else and enjoying it. And because men are territorial, I'm telling you, he might say that shit now. But when Danny is out there doing her modeling thing, and you got these men that she's running into, because we still haven't. They took their trip. Yeah, they did take their trip to Las Vegas, but they're supposed to do a crossover with the white dude from Bold and the Beautiful. He hasn't come in the picture yet. So what if she has an attraction to him and Andre sees that shit? I wonder how that's gonna change his way of being cool with all this special experiment that they on. So yeah. He was like, all right, bet. What else you got? She's like, lastly, as my husband, ooh, she says, your ass is required to give me 3 orgasms a week. Damn. He was like, just 3? I mean, you underestimate me, baby. So he grabs her foot. He was like, come here, boo. So Bill used to give you foot massages, huh? So he did something to that damn toe. She's like, oh my God. She was just melted in the couch. He was like, yeah, yeah. That's called the Brazilian toe technique. I'm like, what the fuck is a Brazilian toe technique, Andre? What the fuck is that? Shit. Boo, where you at, baby? Sir, where you at? When I say sir, I'm talking to my sir. That's my nickname to my big boo. Sir, we need to learn this Brazilian toe technique because he listens sometimes. So Danny was like, oh, honey, you being well traveled, honey, has really paid off. She says, I think that we skipped the honeymoon phase and went straight to 50 Shades of Matrimony. Ooh, Andre said, I don't need a room full of toys to get the job done. You better say that, Andre. I mean, unless you need the rose, baby. There's nothing wrong with having a little toy. So we're back at Bill's house, and so he came back. I thought he was gonna go right on over there to Danny's house. I wondered did he go and he saw that Andre was there. But anyway, her with her big ass feet. That girl got some big feet, y'all. I'm gonna take a picture of her. No, I'm not gonna do that. I did that before. This girl, what's her name? I don't know her real name. I can't remember her real name in person. But Haley got some big fucking feet. I got it. I'm gonna take a picture of that and I'm gonna post it. She looks like a what they call them things with the little bodies and the big feet. Y'all will tell me in the comments below. She got some big feet. So he comes in and asks her if she's still up because she's sprawled out on the couch looking at a magazine. You still mad? She says. He said, look, that was what he says. That's what the walk was for. So he goes and sits down and lifts them big ass boats up, put them on his lap. Look, baby, listen, you wanted Danny out of our lives, okay? And you wanted me to set boundaries, and I did that shit. But boo, you're the one that's still upset all the fucking time. I was just making an observation. She says, I'm telling you, her feet, that baby toe. I'm just like, girl, her feet are big. I know. Girl, if you listen to this, I'm sorry. I'm sure you know about your big feet. But I mean, I got me a bunion on my baby toe, honey. But that baby toe of hers, it looks like it's like a thumb. It's like because it has a whole knuckle on it. And it's Shit. And the top part has a bunion. I'm like, girl, one thing, if I ever have to do this show, one thing y'all ain't gonna see is my damn toes. No, cause I got this bunion on this right baby toe. It just ain't leaving. I've been trying, y'all. That bunion on that damn baby toe. It's like, girl, we here to stay. But her feet, now she has a high arch. She probably could do good on a foot page. You know, men love women with high arches. She does. But honey, she got some big ass feet. She said, I mean, I was just asking questions. He was like, no, bitch, you was making accusations. That's what you were doing. That's what you always do when it comes to Danny. But her ass, Danny, is not our problem anymore. Right? I mean, her new husband can deal with all her fucking drama. Not us. I just hope that Richardson knows what the fuck he signed up for. Yeah, he knows. He knows exactly what he signed up for. Well, damn. We're back at the little palace, and so they done. He was like, damn, Mrs. Richardson, Andre says. Shit, that was next level fucking shit. He's like, what you did on that damn coffee table? She's like, I know. I haven't bent over like that since my high fashion posing days. I'm like, what the fuck she do on the coffee table? Damn. Because she knows she's flexible. Y'all know she's flexible. But girl, what the fuck did you do on the coffee table, girl? She's like, a woman can't get used to this. He was like, oh, so should I stick around? I'm in my bedroom, y'all, recording, and my damn neighbor pulls out his damn leaf blower out of all mornings. It's Saturday morning now that if you're listening to this. And he pulls it out. Like this motherfucker. So if y'all ass hear any of this noise going in the background, that's his ass. I guess I should go in the living room, huh? Oh yeah, but that's why y'all love me because I'm as real can be. Let me go on in this kitchen and finish watching this on Paramount Plus. Oh motherfucker! She says, as deliciously tempting as it sounds, because remember he asked her should he stick around. As deliciously tempting as that may sound, I have an early morning Zoom with Pam. Yeah, about the modeling agency. So you need to scoot before I change my mind. So he was like, cool. Oh, wait. He says, wait a minute. I just got a thought. Uh, why don't I move in? She's like, move in here? He was like, yeah, why not? I mean, you could have me whenever you want me at your command, he says. She's looking like, Can I respectfully say thanks, but no thanks? I cohabitated with a man for decades, and I've actually grown to like living on my own. Girl, I feel you, honey. Danny, are y'all sure y'all didn't follow my life? Because I swear I'm not no model or nothing like that. But I swear, I'm telling you, it just might be like that. Because I like having my own house, my own space. I still got to get used to having a whole house. I think I mentioned that before. Since I've become an empty nester, I still have a lot of stuff that are in my sons and daughters' old rooms, and I don't go in there often. I just go to my kitchen, living room, bedroom, bathroom, kitchen, living room, bedroom, bathroom, out, laundry room, because it's just me. So I need to just start just thinking of a way to just redecorate. I already know what I want to do with the both of the rooms. They said that if you take a picture of your room and ask chat and give the idea of what you want to do for your room, because I have a small house, that chat gpt will give you a picture of what that room would look like. And I'm like, damn, okay, that's why a lot of interior decorators can use for their business. So if you see an interior decorator that's looking for something on like really bad rooms, then you just take a picture of what it would be if you pick this particular furniture, this particular artwork, different things to help, make it look better. So that's what I'm gonna have to do because I have a lot of small rooms and I have a lot of bulky things. I'm trying to figure out what I need to do with my small spaces. But anyway, enough about me. Okay, back to the show. And plus, she says, absence makes the heart grow fonder and other parts grow more eager. She looking down at his teeth. He says, oh, okay, well, then how about having a drawer? I mean, girl, it's a drive to get over here. I mean, the least that you can do is make it a little easy for a brother. She's like, okay, a drawer I can do. But as for closet space, at your own fucking risk. We're back at Ashley's box and her and Derek kissing, and he's like, oh, I'm not hurting you, am I, baby? I know it would just be a lot easier if I could move my damn legs. He just breathing all hard, showing us his abs like he's breathing. I'm like, I know what you doing, Ben. I see what you try to do. You try to breathe all hard so you can show your six pack. I see you. Derek, he says it's not gonna work. I mean, I can't even fuck you the way I want to. What kind of husband am I gonna be? Damn. The kind that never gives up, even when the world is burning down around him. Hey, baby. Hey, big boy. You will be able to make love to me again with your whole body. I hate when she does that. When it comes to Andre, like I said, she doesn't have to pump his ego. She's like waiting for him to tell her what to do. Let's go, let's do this. He asks her questions and she answers, but with him, she has to pump his ego all the damn time. So she says he's gonna make love to her with his whole body. I'm sure of it. He was like, "Well, what if this is good as it gets?" She's like, "Well, honey, we're gonna have to just find more creative ways to make that happen." Yeah, just go online, honey. There's a lot of orn out there that you can go and find ways that you can do what you need to do with a yeah, that. Oh shit. She says, there are plenty of ways to please someone. Let me show you. So she started kissing on the shoulder. And he was like, you mean shit. The gawk gawk, baby, the gawk gawk. So we're back at the the Hawthorne house. And Jacob comes in and he looks good. Yeah, you've been sitting here quiet for a while, baby. What are you thinking? So Naomi says about everything that you said. That beautiful picture that you painted of our child growing up, she said. Christmas mornings with summers at the beach, she said first. And then she said Christmas mornings with too many presents because the grands couldn't control themselves. See, that's the memories that she needs to be focused on because that sounds like what she went through. So she was like, and how your face lit up. If I can talk, y'all. How your face lit up when you talked about it. I can definitely see how much this means to you, she says. He says, I never thought this was something I'd want. She says, which is one of the things that I love most about you. Now, Naomi got some thick thighs. She got some juicy thick thighs like me. Yes, girl, the thick thighs save lives. Ain't that the t-shirt? She keeps telling him his capacity to love and how he pours it into everything he does. She says, and she hates so much about she's dumping on his dreams. She hates that thought. He's like, no, baby, it's okay. It's okay. You telling me how you feel. It's what we do. It's why we work. She says, Jacob, you would make a terrific father. I'm going to probably name this like honesty because there's a lot of marital. We're finding like truths. Maybe I'll call it truths. Real truths. That's what I'll call this because everybody's being truthful. Like Vanessa is talking about how Doug, his real truth was, and how Danny and Andre are being truthful. Bill, a little true. And Naomi and Jacob. This is going to be like real truths with a question mark. And she tells him, and despite how happy this pregnancy has made him, she was holding his hand and she let it go when she says these hard three words. She says, I'm not happy. Wow. So we're back at the hole in the wall. So Joey asked Vanessa, you leaving already? She was like, yes, it's been a tsunami of emotions today, and I need Donnell's help to help me with Doug's memorial service. So Donnell thanks Joey for helping his help today because Joey was helpful. He was getting his pop's watch back. It did help a lot with the healing. So they leave, and so as they were leaving, well, he shook his hand. Joey shook Donnell's hand and told Donnell anytime. So they left. Vanessa and Donnell left. She whispered to Joey, said, thank you. So as soon as they left, he pulled out his phone. Who you finna call, Joey? Tell me. So he told the dealer, he was like, yeah, and thank you for playing along with the kid. And that watch was perfect too. You'll be paid within the hour. It'll come from the usual channel. Wow. So I guess the guy asked him, is he worried? He was like, no, I ain't worried at all. There's no way that Donnell can piece together what really happened to his dad. Okay, so that was the end of that episode, episode number 143. So now we're gonna see what's going on with next week's episode. So we see Eva talking to her mammy. Eva, you have to fight. Eva looks really cute today, very retro-esque. So girl, she finna go bug Tomas at the damn. Is that the country club? I guess, honey. Leslie tells her she needs to fight clean or dirty. So she goes to Tomas and tells Tomas, I think it's time that we finish what we started. Tomas is looking at her like, bitch. Okay, so now we see Anita telling her daughter, Nicole, you need to date. Girl, get dressed up. Feel yourself a little. So we see Nicole is over at her Sherwood Forest, and Carlton is there, and they locking lips, baby. So we see Donnell at the police station, and you see Marcel listening in the background, and Donnell talking to Jacob. He says he just need to know if he could just piece together anything he can to find out why his father would leave them. And then we see Vanessa at Uptown with no, at the country club talking with Joey at the bar. And she's telling Joey, imagine if Donnell finds out the truth. He will with Jacob. Him and Jacob gonna come to the bottom of that. So Donnell comes in with Jacob, and so, baby, what are you doing here? Donnell was like, bitch, I was finna ask you the same damn question. Wait a minute. So Bill was over there fucking Danny, and so Haley was like, Bill, get your ass down here right now. Then she's telling Danny, you have your own husband. Stay away from mine. And so then we see Orphy Jeans with Andre telling Bill she's the sexiest woman in the world. Okay. He says only a damn fool would have kicked a sexy woman like that to the curb. Bill is telling somebody getting Richardson out of my ex wife's life and out of her bed is top priority. Who the fuck are you talking to? Tomas? Well, that's okay. All right. Why the fuck you want Andre out of her? That Haley came over there and thought that damn Danny was fucking her husband. No, she was fucking her own husband. That girl has lost her mind. Haley has lost her fucking mind. And all this screaming she's been doing lately, I don't like it. It's just too much. It's just too much. We get on Tomas for being lackluster, but her luster is just too much. It's just too much. Anyway, that is the end of today's episode. I wound up moving away, and as soon as I moved from out my bedroom, I do not hear my damn neighbor with the damn blower anymore. So anyway, let me go in and get this uploaded and take some pictures, get my day started before I get to this nerve-wracking, nervous gala that I have to host tomorrow. So I might take some pictures and let y'all see how cute I looked. I have put my own whole glam look together. I'm really excited about how it's going to turn out. And the dress I've had for a few years, so I've lost some weight. So I know it'll fit me better than it would, when I first bought it. The first time I bought it was too tight. But I got this kangaroo pouch that just ain't trying to go nowhere. It's just it lappeth over, honey. My boyfriend's like, look, don't worry about that pouch, baby, because it holds everything that it needs. It's my pillow. So, all right, y'all. Y'all take it easy, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.